Yay, great job. Such a nice performance today.
Thank you.
Yeah, good. This is a tricky piece. You know, your opening was it was so beautiful. Good for you. It's just such a lovely tone quality and a color, which I never hear at this age group. So yay for you. That was so great. And then you did some other really musical things throughout the piece. So I love that you're thinking about those things and you're incorporating them into your playing. You know, for example, that passage going through starting at 17, you know, you were really pacing what you wanted to do with the direction of the phrase and the crescendo and making a nice moment out of that. You know, the breathing is tricky in this piece to begin with, and the more you play it, the tempo I think can go a bit faster, and then that will solve a lot of the breathing things. So I'm not actually worried about that because I think that those will resolve themselves as it keeps moving along. So some things to think about, mostly just your vibrato, because your vibrato is so nice. You have such a great start on it. So there were a couple places where it stuck out to me, and that was in the 3rd register. So what we want to do is to be able to get the vibrato a little bit wider so that we can really, that it comes across. What happens is if we use the same vibrato in the 3rd register that we do in the middle register, with sort of, you know, like if it's this sort of height of the vibrato, it doesn't come out. We have to exaggerate it, you know, more like this. If we did that kind of vibrato in the middle register, it would be horrible. I mean, people would run away crying, but we kind of have to do that a little bit more. So I put down one of the spots, measure 122. That's at the bottom of your 2nd page, I think, when you go up to the E flats. I don't know if you were thinking vibrato there, but I didn't really hear it. You can listen back on the recording. So that's one of the spots where we want to do it a little wider. Do you want to just try that?
Sure. Do you know where we are?
Nope. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's fine. Just go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, great. That's already better. So sometimes just thinking about it, huh? Okay, then another spot that I had was at the end. And this is tricky because you're coming out of a long slur and air is an issue and all that, but measure 183 and 185 and all those places where you have the high Ds. So it's the same thing with the vibrato. You want to keep the spin on the vibrato so that we hear that on those notes. And then another thing, so this is kind of advanced, but I think that you're ready for it, is sometimes when you ended a note with the vibrato, you cut it off in sort of the middle of the vibrato wave. You know what I mean? So if the wave is going like this and then you kind of stopped it, and it was obvious. So what we have to do, I mean, obviously you have to stop it somewhere, right? So what we do is in that situation is we try to think to make the vibrato go faster and sort of smaller, just right at the very end of the taper, and then it disguises that release a little bit and kind of gives it a little bit of a shimmer. So maybe thinking of either a shimmer at the end or of just a slightly faster vibrato. Let me see if I can find, because there was actually a specific spot where I noticed that. Of course, my chances of finding it now are slim to none, but let me look. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know where it was. It was something that was in the middle register, though. It wasn't up. It was not up high. You know, it might have been like at the bottom of the 1st page when you have that B, the very last note that you have. It was somewhere around in that range. So maybe when you listen back on the recording, you'll hear it. And I think I already said, but excellent dynamics. Like throughout the whole piece, you were just, you know, you didn't get tired. There wasn't an issue of fatigue. You would just bring out more dynamics, and that was really exciting for listening to it. So thank you so much for playing today. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Can she ask you a minute?
Absolutely.
Braces.
Yeah, I'm getting my braces off like really soon, like,
Yay.
probably within the next month.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips for like coming back after that?
Yeah, not to worry about it. Yeah, no, seriously, sometimes I think we make way too big of a deal out of like when things change, and then if we get stressed and anxious about something, we make it worse than it would actually otherwise be. So my suggestion would be just to make sure that you're doing your tone exercises, because your ear is going to be your best teacher. Your ear is going to be able to hear if something's fuzzy, or if the articulation isn't quite clear, or if you're having trouble slurring the intervals. These are sort of the common things that will happen either when we get braces on or when we get them taken off, and just listening for it, and then go back and repeat and see if you can fix it, because it's actually not that different from what you're already doing. if you're playing something and you hear that an attack was not clear or that you didn't slur something, you already know what to do with your embouchure and with your air to fix it, and it's really not going to be that much different, in my opinion, once your braces get off. So just be patient with yourself. It probably will feel weird for a couple of days, but if you're just focusing on what you're hearing rather than what you think is going to happen, I think the transition will be a lot quicker, which is good news.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.